Happy Saturday, everybody. Guys, I pulled a data point this morning that completely changed my perspective on the Nashville housing market for the rest of the year. In fact, it was so shocking that I had to go and pull it a different way to validate and make sure that what I pulled was actually true. I changed what I was going to talk about this morning because of this data point, and we're going to get to it. But first, let's talk about some of these crazy headlines we're seeing on a national level. Like with Wall Street Journal posting this article this weekend, the fall in home prices may already be over. Or look at this one, the Greater Nashville Realtors, which by the way I called, single family and condo prices show slight increase over last year. Better hurry up and buy, prices are going up. Or how about this one from WKRN? Nashville's new home listings down 27.2%, report finds. All of these headlines make you think that home prices are going to go up. But I'm going to provide at least another perspective, right? I don't think I'm that great at forecasting. I'm certainly better than some of these other national media people that just pick up antiquated data. But what I'm going to do in this video is give you perspective on this market, and then you guys decide. Now, my name's Ethan Flynn. I am a CPA, a realtor, a real estate investor, a data junkie. I'm not trying to get anybody to buy, but if you are thinking about buying or selling, please reach out. I would be happy to talk to you. And without further ado, let's get into the data. Jay Parsons posted this article about rents, and a couple of things to note here. Nashville's not on it, okay? So Nashville's not experiencing larger rent declines than other areas. Okay, but there are a few notable cities on here. Look at Austin, down 5%, Phoenix, 5%, Las Vegas, 4%, even Atlanta, 3%, 7%. The other one that sticks out to me that I think is really similar to Nashville is Raleigh-Durham, down 3.1%. Now, this is very interesting that these are such dramatic declines because these year-over-year declines are going into the fall where we typically see rental weakness. So could we see that weakness continue? Well, with stories like this out of CNBC, apartment rents are on the verge of declining due to massive new supply. We can look at Nashville. Nashville has almost 20,000 units coming online, and our rents are down actually about 1.3%. Now, if you look at the absorption rate in Nashville, you can see that they increased 6,000. What this means is that we have about 6,000 more people renting this year than last year. And that's actually a stronger number than last year. We increased 4,800 last year. So absorption is really good. The problem is we have 19,000 under construction, according to CoStar in this report. And that's leading to a massive increase in vacancy rate and a drop in rent rates. And what does it look like on the ground? Margot, up to 2 months free on select apartments. Look at their base apartment, 1648. That's a new low. Let's go to Fallen. Oh, this is Connect, 1689 for a studio, up to 2 months for a 1-bedroom. Look at Fallen, guys, 1695. That's the lowest, that's the absolute lowest I have ever seen at Fallen since it opened a year ago, and get 2 months free on select homes. So guys, they are really, really pushing for it, and they just can't get past the 70% occupancy. I think, that's just trouble. It's going to be like that for the next 2 years. Going over here into the Gulch, 10 weeks free at Madeira. See if I can find Albion. I can't see it with all the options. Albion, 1549, guys. That is incredibly low. 1549, just straight up. They're offering 1549 for their studios. That is incredible. Incredible. And one of the things I forecasted was 1,300 by the end of the year. We'll see if we get there. But wow, with 1549, we're on track. 2 months free. Anyways, massive opportunity in the rental space. Now, let's look at Greater Nashville Realtors. Okay, inventory for August, 6,800, which by the way, guys, when I posted this, I said your inventory is 6,798. Now you're getting this before they post their data. So you're getting things ahead of time when you watch my channel. But let's look at some of the other key data points. Now they said 476.5, I said 479. So their data point is lower. But what's interesting about this is when they pulled their data. Guys, as soon as August closed, prices started dropping rapidly. So it doesn't surprise me that they picked up a 476.5 number. We're going to get to that in a minute. Look at the closings, 2591, and you can see I called out closings at 2593, very close to Greater Nashville Realtors. But again, you're getting this before. Now, what's really, really interesting though, is prices are dropping dramatically. Even as we see these silly headlines like the fall in home prices may be over, we are already starting to see prices drop. Now, on my Substack, one of the things I posted was this picture. And I think this is really interesting because you can see that, and this is already dropped. This is a little bit dated. This is almost a week old, but you can see This orange line is contract median list price, okay? And you can see where they're actually coming in relative to the median sales price. Now, I did push the contract up, so it could be a leading indicator. So that's why these orange and blue lines kind of stick together, is because I actually pushed it up 30 days to see if I could get it to line up. The reason this is important is because the median list price of under contract properties dropped dramatically. Okay, dropped dramatically. Now, if we see even just a slight drop, which we're already starting to see, because we've gone from 479 down to 473 in just the matter of a few days, we could see this drop into the 460s. Guys, that would be a huge drop for September. So even though August is celebrating a year-over-year number, when we look at September, we're going to be year-over-year negative again. In fact, last September, we were at 475. So next month, we're going to be year-over-year negative again. But here's the kicker, guys, and this is the data that absolutely blew me away, and that is inventory. Guys, we just broke, I haven't been able to say this in 6 weeks. We just hit a new record high in active listings in Nashville, and it has not happened since the end of July. We ended July at 6,063. I woke up this morning, refreshed it, and we're at 6,110. Guys, this is the highest number we have had in 6 weeks. Excuse me, it's the highest number we've had in 2023. We have record inventory for this year. And at the same time, our contract volume is in January. So when all these people that are pushing you to buy, they're pushing you to buy because they're like, prices are going up. I'm sitting here looking at this going like, well, hey, this may be a good window to buy because we have record inventory and we have low contract volume. This is the best buying window that I've seen this year. And so even though median price may be up a little bit, guys, look, there are pockets. It's like air pockets. There are pockets of supply out there that have no demand to it. That's why I created those price band charts. And if you can find one of those pockets, you can negotiate a price that is much more attractive, because some of those sellers will be motivated and there's no buyers. That's why data is so important, because it can provide perspective on the current market situation. Again, when you look at contract volume is 2282. Got to go back to January 31st to get something near 2282. This is wild, guys. Even Williamson County just shot up overnight. It shot up overnight. And you can see the supply relative to the contract volume is sitting at 3.3, which is down from 3.5 where it was a couple weeks ago. But 3.3 is higher than it's been all year since January. So guys, look, that is creating a much better dynamic for buyers out there. And again, it just depends on where you're at. Like even if you're a seller, you may be in a tight place. And so it may be a great time to list your property. You may be the only property that people are looking for in a 5-mile window. It just depends on segments and the buyer pool that you're looking at. This is a very, very bifurcated market. But one thing I can say for sure is that prices are stalling and dropping. They're going down right now. Just as we see these silly headlines, I don't know where it's going to go. Okay. I don't know if prices are going to continue to drop. But what I can tell you is that prices are headed down right now. And if it holds or continues, we could see some pretty strong drops over the next 4-8 weeks. And what that means is people buying right now are getting better deals than they were the previous 8 weeks. Okay, that's just what it means. So as contract volume goes down, this is a time where you can negotiate. And so it's just silly when you see these headlines like, oh, prices are going up, make you feel pressured, make you feel like you have to pay top dollar, making you feel like there's still multi-bids. There may be multi-bids out there. There certainly is if it's priced right in a strong demand area. But to say that holistically is just not true. Nashville is in a situation. We have record inventory for the year. We have really low contract volume for the year, and prices are starting to crumble. So with that, I hope you guys have a great Saturday, and I look forward to seeing you next week.